Are you worried that you might just be cutting corners without realizing it in your composing and sending out music that's probably just composed a little bit too quickly? Here are 5 telltale giveaway things that you need to avoid to stop this from happening. Hi there, my name's Andrew. I'm a media composer. I've finished over 500 tracks at the moment with music production libraries. I've been doing this for 5 years. And I've done my fair share of rushing composing. And hopefully this video will help you to avoid the mistakes that I've already made. First of all, are you using too much looping or repetition of individual little items, little components? Are you relying on a repeated loop that goes around every 2 bars or something without changing? Today's VSTs are so, and sample libraries are so adept at pressing a button and something looping around. Are you just taking the lazy way out? Is it too repetitive? Do you need to change it up or down? Do you need to record it and reverse it? Do you need to have a different loop going on in different places? Repeating the same thing over and over again, the same hook or the same tiny little bit or the same little chord progression over and over again can be a surefire way that you've not sort of spent enough time really thinking about the development and length and less boredomness of your track. Are you not spending enough time thinking about your orchestration? Are you having the melody 3 or 4 times repeated on the same instrument? And by orchestration, I can mean things that are done with electronic instruments or anything really, just the timbres and instruments that you are using. Does it vary at each section? Do you have like a slightly different timbre or a slightly different texture or something to make life interesting? It's very easy to just keep the same thing going, the same instruments going all the time, and to repeat. So think in terms of colour. Does the colour change with each section of music? If you have a repeat of the melody, does it have a different instrument, or do you have it in a different register? It's really quick and easy not to do that, and a quick and easy mistake to make. Are you maybe relying on cliches? The first thing that comes into your head, it might be something that's just like the obvious thing to do. Playful music is pizzicato strings, for example. Pizzicato has been done to death. Is there a different way that you can approach it to make it, I don't know, just a little bit more unique, to say what you want to say in a slightly different way, or do something with a twist? Are you just going down the easiest pathway that's been well worn and done before? Similarly, within your own style or your own sort of musical sound, have you basically written the track before? Are you just regurgitating and rehashing something that you did before, then maybe not doing it as well second time because you're in a rush or you just want to get it finished? It's really difficult to be original. I don't know whether there is anything such thing as originality in music, but regurgitating cliche, regurgitating your own stuff is an easy mistake and an easy trap to fall into. Also try to avoid if possible. Going back to this idea of repetition, if you are repeating something, I'm talking about sections now. Are you repeating sections too much, and are they the same? So ABA form, for example, works really, really well. Is your A at the front the same as your A at the back, though? They should be different. Are you just copying and pasting? So case copy and paste some of the elements, but you need to change some of them also to give some variety. You need to add some more elements to the second B section. If you've got the same melody, think about putting it on a different instrument, like we were talking about earlier on. But also, can you ornament that melody? Can you put it an octave higher? Can you develop the melody in some way? Can it go in a slightly different direction? Can the phrases change round somehow so that it is different? And it's got just a slight element of surprise and a little bit of freshness and interest and originality to it. I've saved the very best tip till last. It really is the top one. But if you're liking what you're hearing so far, why not hit subscribe down and hit the button below? Okay, on to the final one then, which is about production value. To be really honest with you, if a track sounds really, really good and the production is really, really good on it, you can get away with some shonky composing. What you can't get away with is not great composing and not great production. I genuinely think you need to be putting 50% into your production value, choosing the right sounds, mixing, mastering, balancing everything up, EQing, but getting everything to fit together nicely. 50% of that, 50% composing. If you're not putting the time into your production, then your however good your composing is, it is going to fall short, particularly for production music, particularly for when you're doing essentially a lot of the music that you'll be writing for films, mock-ups, things like that. Your production has to be absolutely tip top. probably better than your composing skills. I hope that's been really, really helpful. If you're wondering how you can actually speed up your composing without going wrong, then I'm going to link to another video up here which will help you with that. Hope to see you in that video now. Thanks for watching.